So let's check out this ear. Oh, this one is the gross one. Okay, so this one is really gross. They're not too bad. Oh, you want to sniffs? See, he's under a type of training that I do with the dogs, especially the ones that don't like their ears being done, is I give them a little treat, and the treat is letting them sniff the gross cotton ball after I'm done. So what I'm doing is I'm taking a cotton ball that is completely saturated in witch hazel, and I'm taking it down to the little base of his ear canal right here. I'm kind of squeezing it into his ear canal, kind of rubbing it in, and I'm also massaging his ear canal at the same time. I'm not pushing anything down into it. I'm just kind of wiggling it around and squeezing the juice, and then I'm just going to pull it out. Normally you have somebody holding the dog for you too, so that way you can use both hands and get this procedure done quickly. Because this is not their favorite thing in the world. I'm just going to say, now I'm sticking my finger down into that part of his ear canal. I'm not pushing anything. I'm just squeezing out the juice, massaging his ear canal so that way I can break up whatever's going on down in there. And now I'm just going to wipe it out. We're going to take a little break, and I'm going to put on, some gloves. Okay, now that we have some gloves on, because his ears are pretty gross, we're going to massage the ear canal a little bit more. He's like, that feels good, Stillers. And we're just going to start working on this ear a little bit. And then he puts his head down and submits. So I can't really pull it back and see what I'm doing. So this is where I'm just going to have to feel around and be really gentle with his ear. And then kind of lift it up and see what I'm doing, like while he's in the submitted position. Okay, so now we got plenty of witch hazel. Okay, so we're going to take some dry cotton balls because it'll add like a little friction, the dryness to it. So we can start pulling out. Now we're not pushing in. We're actually scooping it with your finger and scooping the goop and the grossness out. And that's another thing that, ew. And I always have like keywords that I tell them, like good boy, and I let them, get praise, which isn't going on good boy right now as frequent as I would normally praise them because I'm talking to you guys, but it becomes a routine. It's like a build, break, build system where you build them up by giving them an initial massage. And then you do the grimy, dirty work. Gross. Good boy. Then you give them a little treat, letting them sniff. It's like sniffing a dirty sock. They like that. Now I'm going to grab another wet one because I got all the wet stuff out of his ear. And you want to do the whole entire ear. Wherever there's like brown stuff, that's bacteria. That's what they scratch at. It doesn't feel good. When they scratch on it, number one, it's spreading the infection. So what it'll do in a worst case scenario is have a bacterial skin infection all the way down the ear, which I've seen, which is absolutely nasty. If that happens, or you have like any scabies or like the big spots, the build-up callus on the good boy on the shoulders, you want to use bag balm, and that'll help clear that up. But you don't want to let it get to that point. Thorough, astringent type clean. Whereas the witch hazel evaporates thoroughly, number one, and number two, it's an astringent, so it just gets out all that oil and all that goopy, gross dirt and nasty stuff. And it's cheap too, and you can get it from your local store. So when you're using your Q-tips, all you want to do is really, like the areas that have the the little rivets in the ears. You don't want to stick it down into the ear canal. Now, I've been doing this for 18 years. So I can trust myself and I know animals well enough to where I can stick it a little bit further down than what I would recommend somebody at home to do. And this is only in extreme situations, because as you can see, animals, this isn't their favorite part because it's kind of just tickling them a lot. But you got to get those little rivets clean, because underneath those little pockets is this gross black dirt. Well, what that is bacteria, and again, they'll start scratching on it and it goes down into the ear canal. So the whole entire area of the dog's ear, these little sections right here, which you can't really see because he's got a lot of fur, and it's not hair because he's a dog. Dogs have fur, not hair. Poodle can be considered hair because it's hypoallergenic. That's the closest to hair on a dog that you'll get. Okay, so now what I'm going to try to do, because I can see he's still got some dirt going on right here, so we're going to clean this up. Good boy. I know. Ew. So nasty. It's good to have all of your Q-tips saturated before doing this. Dogs have a patience shelf life. They're just not going to sit here and let you do this if you're gross. Now that's a scab too, so I'm cleaning off all the scabs and just all the grossness to promote healing too. And this hasn't been done, so once we put the vet solution on top of a nice clean ear, it'll just promote positive healing and it'll just be a lot more comfortable. I know, buds. And I know he's uncomfortable because he's got little scabs and stuff like that right here where he's scratching his ear. And if it's something that they don't like, they're really not going to let you do it. But if it's something that, I know. Ear cleaning is something that every parent should learn how to do. Freaking gross. I know. On their dogs, period. If you own a dog, you should learn how to clean their ears and how to brush their teeth and how to trim their nails. That's just, it's like having a kid. And they can't do it themselves. And look, he's happy. He's like, this is awesome. And the way I look at it is, if you spend 5 minutes a day playing with your dog, which you do, then you should turn 5 minutes a day into basic maintenance, which will lower your vet bills, prolong their life, give them a better quality of life. And then it's another form of training too, because then when they go to, let's say, like a vet's office or a groomer, I know. Then he's going to be more well behaved because he'll know the process. He'll know what it's like to have a cotton ball in his ear or something.